right? So how an exclusive instrumental, oh, it's an exclusive, right? Like, so that's non-exclusive. Now we're going to the exclusive uh, instrumental, right? Or exclusive beat or whatever the hell it is. One person could use that song. So you're not like, this is how I would work. Like, I'm not, like I said, I haven't released any songs or anything yet till March 1st. But this is how I would work if this is like, because again, we went over the royalty side on the last video on the song split once you register a song with ASCAP, right? So this only is gonna work if you are the publisher of the song. I mean, if you have the publishing rights to it, because when you have the publishing rights, you could do a lot of things to the song. Like, you have the right to, sell it or not sell it, but have the available. You're able to license your music to other people, right? So that's what you're doing as a publisher. You could rename the song, you could retitle the song, you could change the arrangement of the song, you could do lots of stuff if you own the publishing to your music, right? So as my own publisher, um, like, so say I'm working with an artist that I feel has, like, is fucking sick. He came personally to me and said, oh, you know what, I need an exclusive, I like your style, like, I need this particular sound, let's create something together. So we go in the studio, right, we do whatever we have to do to create something specific for him. Or I do, or, because we're going to be working on this for a while. It's like I'll work at home or wherever we have to do to create something awesome. So we work, so that, like, so technically, like, if I create the song by myself, without having to work with an artist or anything like that, and he likes it, technically an exclusive has never came out. If you have an exclusive, a song's supposed to have never been released because it's not out yet. It's specifically for somebody or for someone. So technically all the songs I have right now in inventory, uh, which is a cool amount, are exclusive. Like, I could send those or pitch those to artists right now and see if they would like an exclusive chance to purchase the beat, before it's even released. So nobody has heard it, nobody has checked it out on SoundCloud or checked it out on SoundClick, where usually people go and hear the music and want to buy it. You know what I mean? This is an exclusive test before anybody hears your music, how it's supposed to be. So it's never supposed to be released. So this is the way it has never came out because because it's to one person. So just because it's exclusive to one person, it doesn't mean you're giving them your rights to the music, right? So just because you you register, like, just because you're working with one specific person doesn't mean you're giving them the rights to the music. So they could, like, usually how it works, like, when people pitch music, like, to major artists, they don't release a song and then pitch it to them. They send them an exclusive email. They'll be like, all right, here's my layout. Like, here's an exclusive song. Let me know if you want it. You have, like, to this date to reply. Before I pitch it to another person. To see if they're interested in the song. So you could try to find that exclusive placement before it's even released. Um, so it doesn't mean you're giving them more. You're right. You're creating a new song. So you're technically creating a new song with your instrumental. You're technically creating a new song with your instrumental with now vocals added to it, which means you have the authority, you have the right to register it again under ASCAP under new title and as a publisher of the original beat. you know, as the writer and the publisher of the original beat, you have the right to make changes to to that to that song. You know what I mean? And so so now, so say somebody raps over it, now it has vocals, it's no longer an instrumental. So cool. So now it's awesome, right? So you have an exclusive deal. So sometimes they might give you an advance. So when people say, "Oh, I charge $2,000 for an exclusive," right? So say I lay it out right, and lay my track out, and then somebody's like, "I want to buy that exclusive," right? So I'll give you 2 grand. Um, yeah. If I work like that, like, right? So you want to give me $2,000 for an exclusive? That's great. I'll say great. That's great in my opinion, right? But what about the back end? You don't want any, like when, that's why I don't get like why people just give away the music, because when I create something I feel like that's a part of me, you know, I should, intellectual property, I feel like I should just get something for life off of that, you know, unless you pay me a huge amount beyond $2,000. But so check it out. So that's great in my opinion. $2,000 is great. But I would want I would want some publishing off that. You know, yeah, I would want some publishing. You know, what that depends on the artist you are working with. Like, for example, if I'm making a song with like an unknown artist, like just an upcoming artist, you know, who might have potential, or you know, who has a kind of a name but not really. I would want some publishing off of that, because you know his status is still kind of unknown, you know, and I would want some publishing and writers, some publishing and writers off of that. So I would go 50-50. I would go 50-50 on the split. 50 and 50. Yeah. So I would go 50-50 on the split on the writers and publishing, which we went over on the last video, how the split works. Um, that's it, just him and me. So when I create a song, okay, so that's how unknown writer, right? Like, so somebody unknown artist or upcoming artist or whatever. But say I'm working with, say for a good chance, you know, I'll land a placement like with a cool, well-known artist. You know, I like Cypress Hill and stuff like that, Snoop and Dre and all that shit, like more technique or whatever. It doesn't matter. Say I land a cool placement with a cool artist, like fun. You know, that show be tight. Everybody's excited because they think the money's gonna come. And, you know, so that who might, you know, they might hook you up because they're more known. You know, they're not gonna just give you $2,000. They might give you a $10,000, right? They might give you 10 grand. They might give you $10,000, which everybody would be like, fuck yes, give me $10,000 for a beat. You know, of course you would wanna fucking go all out, right? You would wanna like fucking sell everything, right? Because 10 grand is a lot of money. But you know, the potentiality that one of those artists is gonna make, you know, 100 more times that money is a cool amount. But so in that case, if an artist wanted to come to me and be like, yo, I like your track, you haven't published it, you know, nobody's heard it, I love it, I can make some sick shit with this, let's work with this, let's create something sick, you know, in that case, you know, what they're technically giving you is a $10,000 advance. They're giving you an advance before you start collecting royalties in the back end, you know, which is the back end, which is your performance rights organization, which you guys come on my last video and check that shit out if you guys haven't already. But so it's a $10,000 advance before before you start collecting royalties. right? Before you start collecting royalties. Uh, uh, so it's $10,000 advance before you start collecting, which usually take like 9 months, or take 9 to 12 months before they start kicking in. So say you're working with an artist, you make a track, somebody buys your track, right, exclusive, right? Uh, it might take them a year to release a track. And then after they release a track, 9 months from that point on, you just start receiving. So they're gonna give you the cash, like once they release a song. They're gonna give you the advance once they're ready to release a song. If they release a song, and if they don't release a song, then you don't get shit. Um, right? So $10,000 advance if they release a song before you start collecting royalties, which usually takes 9 to 12 months later before they start to kick in. So that's the way this works, and that's only if it's exclusive to one, to one person. So that's only the exclusive tool. So I hope you guys get this kind of the details, but I kind of fucked up by not going over the non-exclusive details. Um, so we'll do that real quick. So hopefully you guys got the way that kind of the exclusive works. You know, you don't have to give away your rights to one artist, you know, just because they want an exclusive. Like you could get money off the back end as a writer and as a publisher, because so remember how we went over in the last video, 50% equals 100% from the writer's side on assets. So 50%, you know, you split that with the artist. So right, so I have a major placement. You know, I'm not gonna do the same deal with the major artist that I am gonna do with the unknown artist, because the major artist is gonna get me, you know, with the less percent split, like he's gonna give me more money than this artist ever will. You know what I'm saying? Like so why are you gonna try to hassle with him? Oh, I want a 50% split with which the major artists would be like, fuck you, get the fuck out of my face, homie, I ain't giving you shit no more. I don't even want your track. You know what I'm saying? So like fuck that, like I'll take fucking 10% if they'll give me that. You know, I'll take a 10% from the publishing side, you know, from the oh shit. See, I'll take 10% from the publishing side only, or from the writer side. You know, writer side, which will give me more credit for being an artist and a producer, right? And publishing side will get me more known as being a music publisher and shit like that, or whatever the fuck you wanna be. But I would rather be known as the writer and composer, because that's what I do. You know, publishing just kind of came into the whole picture when I started doing all this shit. Um, but yeah, So, so that's the way it kind of works. Or I would do a major artist placement, you know, because like I said, you know, this is more of what I would do for unknown artists, and then this is more what I would do for major artists. And sorry the video's taking a little bit long, but we have to go back to the non-exclusive guys because I kind of just lagged on this. I didn't give it a minute. Okay, going back to the non-exclusive, so it's non-exclusive, right? Like people sell beats out, you know. But I don't know why a lot of people they don't collect. Uh, sorry, I stuttered. So I tried to like spell it and fucking I don't know. So they don't collect royalties, and this is why I don't. This is what I don't get from people. Like, why don't you collect royalties? Like, you could have your music non-exclusive to other people and still collect royalties. You guys, um, I was completely tripping out because when I was trying to learn this shit, like, uh, reading like sick shit, and this is like, I don't know why people don't collect royalties. They always say royalty free, royalty free. Um, yeah, you're paying me $20, so that $20 that I'm charging you, right? It's gonna be in advance. So just how I explained it in the exclusive side. So that $20 is gonna be an advance. So I start collecting royalties, right? You should, uh, you should, you should collect royalties off non-exclusive. You should collect royalties off non-exclusive. Because I mean they're paying you a $20 advance, $20 advance. Like for for not collecting royalties. And if you guys, I would recommend you guys not use samples in any of your shit. Not use samples in any of your shit unless you guys have that shit cleared, because you guys will pay big time if you guys fuck up and use somebody's shit that is not cleared. And this was will pay. We'll fucking sue you. You better watch the shit like whatever you guys use. Have permission to use people's shit. But anyways, going back to this. So you should collect royalties off and on exclusives because technically they're only paying you a $20 advance off what they're giving you, right? So under your license agreement or the terms and conditions or whatever the fuck you have, um, you know, you guys should check that shit out. Like I would just recommend you to do your research and because you can be collecting royalties, and as a publisher and the original writer, you have the right to create different versions of the of your beat, with different vocals or whatever. So say 100 people license. So when you publish your music, so you want to publish it on iTunes or whatever, um, where people could buy your beat and stuff like that. Um, you could they have a limit, right? So they have 5,000. So once they reach that cap, so say it's not a popular beat, right? It's not selling, it's not producing sales. So maybe they don't renew that license. So they could just go simply to the place where they publish their songs for one commercial use. They could just simply remove that song and no longer use it to sell it. Or they could still use it for like non-profit. Sorry about my dog that's fucking barking going crazy, but if you could hear that. But yeah, so you should collect royalties in my opinion. I don't know why people don't. Um, because this is a career that you're trying to create, and if you're not collecting money in the back end, you have to think of the back end as ASCAP. When you collect royalties as your what 401k plan, as your retirement plan, because that's just as long as your song is being played on the radio and stuff like that, you'll be collecting royalties off the back end. Um, my dog's pissing me off. He keeps barking. So you should collect royalties off non-exclusive. Uh, I don't know why people don't do it. So when they when they register the song under their new name, they have to give you credit under the non-exclusive. They have to give you credit, and like registering the song, and you could decide that credit. That depends on you because you wrote the instrumental or whatever. You know what I mean? But there you guys go. Sorry the video took so long. We sorry we have to go back to the non-exclusive. But there you guys go. Hopefully you guys watch this video, and thank you guys. Please subscribe. For sure guys. Thanks and peace out.